Hello everybody and welcome to this latest episode of The Money Man. Now I promised you guys that I would get back to basics, and that's exactly what I'm doing in this video. There's going to be much more content just about real life banknotes. So I hope you guys are happy with that. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Please give me a like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. So after that shameless plug, I'll move on to today's wondrous notes, which I am so excited to share with you. Here I have a combination of two different series of Rhodesian banknotes, and these are absolutely epic. So strap yourselves in, guys. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. So we'll start off with the lowest denomination, which is the $1 Rhodesian dollar, and you can see this example is from 1979, and this is from the last series that was ever issued in Rhodesia. So what I have is the last series, and then I have a few notes from the previous series to this one. But you'll see on the right hand side we have the coat of arms of Rhodesia. Very beautiful coat of arms. And then in the middle you will actually see the Reserve Bank of Rhodesia logo and the name of the capital, which was Salisbury, which was later renamed Harare after ZANU-PF and Robert Mugabe won the elections when Rhodesia returned to British mandate, and they held what they called free and fair elections, and Robert Mugabe won quite easily, and the nation of Rhodesia basically ceased to exist, and it became what we know now as Zimbabwe. But it's interesting that they continued with many of the design elements in the currency, so you'll actually probably notice that there are lots of similarities between current Zimbabwean banknotes and these Rhodesian banknotes, and I might do another video on that later on. But you'll see that logo of the Reserve Bank of Rhodesia, very similar to the current Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe logo. You see similar types of rock formations on Zimbabwean banknotes these days, so that's quite interesting. And you can see over to the far left in the bottom left corner we've got this wonderful little bird. This is known as the Zimbabwe bird. You'll also see it in the coat of arms and in the watermark. Now the watermark did change in this series compared to the previous one, and I will show you that small difference in a moment. But I absolutely love the colour scheme of this banknote, and I think this is probably my favourite in the series if we're just thinking about colour scheme. But if we flip it around and look at the reverse, you can see we've got a nod to Rhodesia's economic prowess, which was in agriculture. It was known as the breadbasket of Africa, and here we've actually got a tobacco plantation on the reverse. That's right, Rhodesia was an exporter of tobacco, so that is a nod to the country's agricultural industry right there. Beautiful banknote. Now I'll show you another one which is from the previous year, and you'll see that it's got a different watermark. So this is from 78, and you can see the watermark is Cecil Rhodes, the founding father of the country of Rhodesia, and also the man that the country is named after. So Cecil Rhodes, Rhodesia, you get the idea, okay? But you can see the change in the watermark between 78 and 79. Absolutely gorgeous banknotes. Now let's move on to the $2 bill. And here it is, and you can see this is also part of the previous series. This one is from 1977, because you can see Cecil Rhodes in the watermark again. But you can see that most of the core design elements are the same. There are just very small, subtle changes to the imagery that you can see inlaid into the background of the banknote. But it still looks really fascinating. It's still a beautiful banknote, even though a lot of the imagery remains the same. I love the colour scheme of this one, but I've got to say I prefer the $1. I just think it's just a little bit more interesting. But this was actually the first one that I picked up, the $2, a few years ago now. And it was only recently that I managed to get hold of the other Rhodesian banknotes. So this one has been in my collection for a long time, and I've wanted to share it for a while. But I just wanted to wait until I had more to show you guys. So let's spin it around and look at the back. And you can see here we've got Victoria Falls, okay? Probably one of the most famous waterfalls in the world. It was right on the border of Rhodesian territory. It actually sits between two nations. Yeah, there we go. So very beautiful example of the natural beauty of Rhodesia, or modern day Zimbabwe. So there we go, really nice note. Now the next one I want to show you is the $5, and here it is. So you can see this is from the final series because you'll see that Zimbabwe bird again. And this colour scheme is not as appealing as the others, I've got to say, but it's still really, really cool. And when you put this whole set together, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favourite sets. You can see over the far left we've got a giraffe represented, so we see that we've got the introduction of more natural wildlife that can be found in southern Africa, where Rhodesia, or modern-day Zimbabwe, was or is located. And there are small subtle changes to the patterns moving through the banknote which just give a nice little extra flavour to these different banknotes. So very, very nice. If we spin it around and look at the back, we've got this gorgeous representation of this lion and lioness. So again, another nod to the sort of savanna wildlife that can be found in the region. I think it's such an exquisite image. I'll just turn it up to the light so you can see the image better. Tell you what I'll do, I think this might be a bit better for you guys, just so you can see that a little bit crisper. I do apologise for the slight light reflection. I do not want to take these out of their protective sleeves for obvious reasons. These are highly prized in my collection and I don't want to damage them by touching them. So there we go. Beautiful banknotes. I'll jump back to the others a little bit later. I'll do a quick review at the end. The next one I'm going to show you is the highest denomination, which is the $10, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. So you can see we've got all the same core design elements, but over to the far left we've got a different savanna animal. I'm guessing that's an ibex or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not very well educated on the flora and fauna of the savanna grasslands, but I think that might be an ibex. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, any of you wildlife experts out there. But you can see we've got the watermark, the Great Zimbabwe bird. Now the reverse of this one is extremely interesting, because I came across this in my other research. You know, I've told you guys before that I'm a little bit obsessed with the ancient past and our mysterious origins, and what is represented on the back of this banknote is very mysterious. So if I spin it around, you can see here we've got some ruins. Now what I'll do is just to remove the reflection of what is on the front, you can see we've got these wonderful ruins here. Now this is part of the ruined civilization of Great Zimbabwe, where the modern nation Zimbabwe gets its name from. These ruins are supposed to be, you know, several hundreds, if not over 1,000 years old, and we have absolutely no idea who built them. There is no real remains of the civilization left other than a few bits and pieces that have been dug out the ground and these structures that are left over. But it is a real mystery as to who built the civilization of Great Zimbabwe and what actually happened to those people. I think the popular myth or misconception is that Africa didn't really have any built-up cities sort of south of the equator, but that is obviously not true, because we have Great Zimbabwe, and that is represented on the back of this wonderful Rhodesian $10 bill. So this is a really interesting topic to look into. If you guys are interested in history, do look into Great Zimbabwe, because it's a fascinating topic to discuss. So there we go. So that is the full series, or mix of series, but it kind of makes a continuous series together. Really, really beautiful banknotes. I really, really, really love these banknotes. They're very highly prized in my collection. Now, what I'll do very quickly is just show you the reverse of the $2 and the $1 again, just so you can get a really good look at the back of them. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't tell you how much I love this series and how long I've waited to get hold of them. Because you know me, guys, I only collect UNC, unless it's almost impossible or out of my price range. But I absolutely love these banknotes. They're absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, That's all I have for you today, so let me know what you think about these Rhodesian banknotes. I might do another video, a follow-up video, where we compare Rhodesian banknotes to current Zimbabwe banknotes and we can look at the similarities and differences. Maybe that will come in the near future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button. That really helps me out, because then you guys will be notified when I put out one of my weekly videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. It's the Money Man, signing out for now. Bye bye.